Welcome to Millville, New Jersey for the 9th stop in our 2019 MotoAmerica season. With championships on the line, we'll take a closer look at who was able to capitalize and who will have to wait for their names to be written in racing history. I'm Hannah Lopa. Welcome to Inside MotoAmerica. We're in Millville, New Jersey, just 45 miles south of Philadelphia and 35 miles west of Atlantic City. Tucked inside the Millville Army Airfield is 500 acres of our host venue, the New Jersey Motorsports Park. Opened in 2008, our riders will be challenged by this 2.25-mile layout featuring 14 turns and one of the longest straightaways on our schedule. With 2 rounds remaining on the 2019 MotoAmerica schedule, 3 classes can crown a points champion here this weekend, and no one is in a better position to do so than Rocco Landers in the Liqui Junior Cup class. Landers has a massive 77-point lead over the only other rider who can catch him. Let's join the action after the start.
Dominic Doyle on that Barcon Racing. That's the green machine in your screen just behind the 14. So Dominic Doyle has been on the podium this year. Going for, whoa, we have a lead change. It looks like Jackson Blackman in a draft and pass move. So all of a sudden, just like that, Rocco Landers relegated back to 2nd spot, as well as Dominic Doyle goes into 3rd.
It was so important that Jackson Blackman got up underneath Almeida there into turn 1 at the start of this race, and it allowed him to go with Rocco early. So now that's going to give him a lot of confidence knowing that he just got done passing the guy who could potentially win the championship today. And Almeida, in turn, also got past Dominic Doyle. Looked like Doyle was going to go up underneath him in turn 1. Here they go into this fast kink.
Oh, pass for lead.
Wow.
Side by side they go. Rocco had position, and Jackson Blackman had to check up, and that's created about a 6 or 7 bike length gap. All eyes on Damian Jigaloff as a pass for the lead. Jackson Blackman, fastest lap of the race, passes Rocco Landers, and to the point he goes again. And this battle for 3rd now raging as we have a new addition to the group. Damian Jigaloff just won a 1:30.433 to set the fastest lap of the race for the moment.
That's a tremendous lap from Damian Jigaloff back there in the 5th spot.
We're heading to the white flag lap. This is going to be it. Who's going to win this race, and can Rocco Landers wrap up his first championship? They come across the line. It's Blackman. Kevin Olmedo just set the fastest lap of the race at a 1:30 flat, but he gets passed. So Olmedo now dives back into 3rd spot, and they're all together the top 5.
And now Jackson Blackman did a really heady job going down into turn 1 of blocking any opportunity that Rocco could have had to go by him. And now Olmedo's there. Damian Jigaloff is there, and Dominic Doyle has come with this group as well. All 5 of them now almost throw a blanket over them, but Rocco's going to see that group is right behind him now. So he's going to want to try to protect himself in this next left-hander because Almeida will not need a second invitation. And here comes Jigaloff.
Damian, around the outside, tries Kevin Olmedo. Kevin needs to finish ahead of Rocco Landers to keep his championship hopes alive. So the 14, desperate to get into the lead of this one. Jackson Blackman dying to hold on to it as well. Rocco Landers, is he going to try to make any moves? Not a lot of corners left here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Landers with a look over his shoulder, and he sees a bunch of the 14.
Yep, and now Olmeido's trying to go around the outside.
Olmedo trying to go around the outside of everyone. Oh, man. And Kevin Olmedo down.
And he takes the other 2 guys with him. Doyle's down.
Oh.
And Jigaloff is down.
Drama last lap.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, can Jackson Blackman get his first win of the season? Here they go through the final quarter. Full gas. In the draft is Rocco Landers. He might not have even seen anything. Landers goes around him to the line, and it'll be Rocco Landers with the win.
Now the battle for 3rd, Greg. The battle for 3rd is going to be between Isaiah Davis. Cody Wyman's going to be in this battle back there with Jacob Stroud. Look at and you can see Almeida's hurt, but he's
Rocco
up and okay.
Landers with his first national championship and the race win as his championship rival. Kevin Olmedo puts it in the gravel on the last lap, late in that race. What an aggressive move. He just asked too much from everything. The bike, the tires, the track. But this rider right here, Rocco Landers. So it's Rocco Landers, Blackman, Davis, Wyman, Stroud. Damian Jigaloff was able to pick up the motorcycle and come across the line in 6th spot after that incident. Toby Kamsuk in 7th, Hobbs.
Rocco, first place right at the line, but even sweeter, you clinched your first ever professional championship. How did you do it?
I was just, I tried to get the first lap as possible. Then Jackson got by me like, oh, can we erase this? I was just trying to go as fast as possible right behind him and just see what was happening, and then just go with the flow, I guess. And then I was like, when I see Kevin go around, I'm like, oh God, he's right there. Then I saw him crash, and I was like, damn it. But I mean, I'm super, super, super stoked to get this championship.
Rocco Landers, race winner and now national champion of the Liqui Moly Junior Cup. Our first crowning of a national champion here in MotoAmerica competition.
Like every professional sport, MotoAmerica has its book of rules that our riders from all 5 classes must follow. But if our riders could make one addition to this book, what might it be?
If I could change one rule, I would want to have one event where all the riders had to be the mechanics and the mechanics had to be the riders.
I think the 2-bike rule needs to be cut out and just everybody have 2 bikes, just so the fans can get something to see, they can sit on, and more fan interaction.
I would like to see the Junior Cup maybe go back to a spec class. I'm partial to that just because I rode the KTMs and I had such a good time with it.
Everyone I beat in the Super Sport class should give me chocolate, because I'm a big chocoholic, but really it's only helping them because I ended up being 400 pounds.
MotoAmerica should take out the rule of speed on hot pit, because I tried to do it fast one time at Road America, and apparently you can't go 90 mile an hour down a hot pit or you get a 20-second penalty.
Allow the twins class to race twice every weekend. I want to come here and race twice like everyone else.
Rule change, we need umbrella girls as mechanics. I don't know how it's going to go on the racetrack, but it'll be nice off the racetrack. I'd enjoy that.
All the girls should get umbrella boys, like in the tights, just like the umbrella girls wear. Like the guys would have to wear that too.
Whoever wins race 1 the first time, they should start from the back of the grid backwards.
No more 2-day weekends. If we're going all the way to the track, let's have 3 days. Let's go riding.
Ken Dallas Daniels getting the draft to pass. No, it's going to be Rocco Landers.
After every Sunday, all the fans and riders had to stay, and we all got wasted together. And we had to play cornhole. I think that'd be cool.
More races in the air, more tracks, more time to get out and enjoy this life that we live, That would be awesome.
Welcome back to Millville, New Jersey and Inside MotoAmerica. A win this week could lock up the 2nd consecutive championship for Andrew Lee. Before racing kicked off this weekend, he gave us his turn-by-turn of Thunderbolt at New Jersey Motorsports Park. His line has huge implications for the #1 Kawasaki.
Hey guys, Andrew Lee here, racing for Franklin Armory Graves Kawasaki on a Kawasaki ZX-10 and Stock 1000. We're going to take you around a lap here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Coming into turn 1 is a fast one, coming from 6th gear down to 3rd. 1000, you're still carrying a lot of corner speed through here. I mean, it's a little bumpy, but it gets some good roll speed. And you're coming up into turn 2, come up over this hill. I'm still in 3rd gear here. Come use all the track, get over on the curbing even a little bit. Coming into the chicane over here, this corner is kind of tricky. It's a good complex, but you come down to 2nd gear, and the first right's not so much important, but this left right here gets you a good drive up on this short jaunt up the hill, and you get back into 3rd, up to 4th, coming up through this little kink. I mean, on the 1000, it's moving around a lot on you, so you come up over this hill, maybe even roll off a little bit on the 1000, not at least in the wet. I've only rode here in the wet, so come into this. This is one of my favorite corners. You carry a lot of good roll speed through here, and you come use about mid-track, drive up into this left hand, down to second gear, and this one's also really important to get a good drive out of. Coming up. Also, I feel like this track's got a lot of good lean angle, so you come in, pick the bike up, drive off, shoot into this right-hander. Right-hander is really important because you're leading into a really long, smooth right-hander after this one. So you come down, grab back down to third, I believe. Just roll through here. This next corner in the braking zone last year, not so much good luck. Separated my shoulder in qualifying, but hopefully this year goes a little bit better. It's important coming through this corner to carry as much corner speed as you can because it's a really long one. You coming along the houses, it's really important to get that roll speed coming in. And then you kind of pick up the throttle, accelerate from this curbing up quite a bit, get on the brakes, grab your downshift, back down to second, over some rough patches in here actually, flick it over to the left, and you carry that second, and you're getting ready to start driving onto that front straight. So this corner is really important to be patient, especially on the 1000s, to get the bike squared away and pointed and shot off of here. Coming through this little switchback, you're starting to grab up RPMs, gearing. Gonna get a good drive coming into this last corner right here. It's a lot of fun in the dry, maybe not so much in the wet because it's intimidating, carrying a lot of speed, but come in here, get some roll off under the bridge, get back on the gas hard, and that's a lap around New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Let's see if it's the road to victory and another Stock 1000 championship for Andrew Lee. Let's go to the race.
And if you're Andrew Lee, can you hear Corey Alexander behind you now?
I don't think at this point. Turn 5, the tighter turns maybe, but these fast sections probably not. And too far out for Alexander to get a toe.
Look at it coming down the front straight. That's what he's looking for. He's going to try and get in that slipstream, and he's close, but not enough.
0.3.
You just got to make up a little bit here and there. Make that pass somewhere. Where do you make the pass if you're Corey Alexander? Going into 10, somewhere around there? I mean, after that, right?
He's trying hard. Very, very close. Honestly, at this point, close enough to probably make a pass if he can keep on his right line.
Here's Corey Land. Here's Alexander Town coming right there, right?
That's it. Coming up quick. Absolutely within striking distance. Coming up. This is a good spot to make it turn 5 here. A little far back, maybe.
Do something different in the big round circle. Set up outside. Wait for a mistake. Yep. Dive underneath. Do something different than Andrew Lee. Follow the leader's not going to get you done. Look, he goes a little bit wider there.
Yep. Trying to get a good drive out of here is pretty important. And he is right there. Yeah,
that's
something different. That's it.
That's what it is. He's going outside. Now look at him. He'll be able to go inside right here. A little bit harder. And the drive out. Look, he's all over him. If he can get any kind of draft coming down this front straightaway, it might happen. That hard left. Andrew's not opening that door at all. Oh, man. Who's going to win this thing? The white flag's about to turn to a checkered. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Andrew Lee, number 1. You see Corey Alexander in that draft. It is not going to happen for Corey. And Andrew Lee takes the win and takes the championship.
Awesome stuff from Andrew Lee. That whole front group there. Andrew takes the championship. He's worked so hard this season. Great to see that.
Second place, Corey Alexander, Stefano Mesa third, Frank Babuska Jr. in fourth, and Ashton Yates rounding out the top 5. If I had a hat on, I would tip my hat to Corey Alexander because that was one heck of a race. He had more passes. I saw more passes out of him than I saw 90% of the field today. Yep. And he was making it happen, like you said, in places you just typically don't see it.
No kidding. He was putting in his work.
Oh, he's burning them down. Burn them down, Charlie Brown. That Dunlop is done.
Well-deserved burnout from Andrew Lee.
Stefano congratulating him. Going to finish second in the championship, I do believe. We'll get the official points tally in just a minute. And, yeah, putting a little feather in his cap.
What a race. First of all, when did you realize Corey Alexander was coming and coming fast?
Yeah, I didn't know who it was, but I saw the pit board go from 1 second to 0.0. I was like, okay, well, we just got to keep on my lines and keep riding consistent. I mean, those guys were riding a really good race, keeping me on my toes. So I'm just really happy that the Franklin Army Graves Kawasaki crew put a bike underneath me this season and this race to go ahead and get the win.
I got to say, and there's no more satisfying way to win than to take the win.
Yeah, I mean, last year I got the championship here, evidently, in the rain in a 5th place. So this year I wanted to come back and do it in the proper fashion.
So now you just got to put an exhibition race on it, Barber.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Well done again, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
When we return, race number 1 of the EBC Brakes Superbikes on Inside MotoAmerica.
Let's go for a ride, huh?
Hey guys, I'm Michael Fiala, and this is Sox, also known as the Bike Dog, and we travel all over the country, done 75,000 miles now on a motorcycle, and we were invited out here in New Jersey to come and check out the championship for MotoAmerica. It's been pretty incredible, and happy to share the opportunity with the dog. Of course, Westby Racing invited us out, and it's been super incredible, and the race is amazing, so awesome first experience. You got anything to say? You got anything to say? So you can find us on Instagram at The Bike Dog, and then we've got thebikeDog.net if you want to kind of check out our blog and our story and how we got started. But now we're traveling to all 50 states, all 61 national parks, and hoping to inspire some people to go out and live their lives and include their dogs in everything that they do.
Since Sonoma, no rider has been more dominant in the Superbike class than Garrett Gerloff. Over 6 races, Gerloff has netted 106 points, including 3 wins and a DNF. Can he continue to ride this victory wave? Let's go to Greg and Jason with the call.
Battle up front with 17 laps to go in this one. Beaubier, your reigning national champion, trying to hold on and fight off the advancements of Tony Elias in the championship hunt on the racetrack, his own teammate, and a privateer Yamaha R1. Oh, Beaubier with a little slip of the rear wheel.
This is another spot that I can see at Garrett's body position that he's kind of thinking of the notion of trying to go up underneath Cameron in that right-hander where it tightens up. But this is where he's got to worry about just getting the run. Now, Cameron comes out of there in 2nd, pops a gear into 3rd, then goes to 4th, and actually shifts to 5th just before he goes under this bridge here. And I was just over in that section this morning watching it, so there's 2 distinct differences between the bikes. And you can see Gerloff's got a great run again on the front straightaway.
There he goes, Gerloff, a little pass earlier on. He'll go back to the front in turn number 1. See if he protects the inside line. Gerloff with just a little bit of movement on the bike. He'll hold it nice and tight, so Gerloff now leads out of turn number 2. He's got it for the moment. Now can Gerloff put his head down and start to gap Cam Beaubier. When they tick this by, Jay, it's going to be 6 to go.
Cameron's
so we're getting to that window.
Yep.
We're getting into that window where things are going to start to get hectic here as Beaubier sits in the draft. Oh, is he going to go for it early? He does. So there goes the number 1, and he is wide. Oh, almost off the racetrack.
But
all that work that Cam did, Jay, now for naught.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is that he had a pretty big run on him as they came through that last corner. But when you have a teammate that's going relatively, you can see Cameron's bike just all over as he comes out of that left to that right flick. The biggest problem is now is he's got a guy at the front that's going pretty fast lap times. To close those tenths of a seconds now, what's he got, Greg? 6 laps to go, 7 laps. He still can do this. We've seen Cameron pull laps out amazingly in the past.
Right, fastest lap of the race, last lap.
But it's a lot of work now. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and you're asking a lot on a very warm day here in New Jersey. Cameron Beaubier. As they come through the final corner, Garrett Gerloff at full lean angle. Twist the grip. Head down, and it's going to be Garrett Gerloff with race number 1 victory, heading to winner's circle with a 1.7 second victory over Cameron Beaubier. As we await the arrival of JD Beach, the attack performance Estenson Racing Yamaha of JD Beach will stand on the podium once again and collect a tremendous amount of data to go look at tomorrow and try to close that 14-second gap. And how about this guy, Tony Elias? His first actual finish off the podium this year. Let's take a look at the results, Jason. Cameron Beaubier, 1.7 seconds adrift with JD Beach in third. And that's where our eyes are focused on. Tony Elias, 25.8 seconds back. We don't see that.
I was going to ask you when we saw that last, if we ever have.
Like I said,
even a rain race.
Out of 16 races before we got here, Jason, Tony had finished every race he had actually finished. 16 of them on the 14 on the podium, 2 DNFs. So this is the first time we're seeing Tony Elias finish a race off the podium and 25 seconds. That's something to be looking at.
Garrett, you have been on a huge hot streak. What has kind of attributed to that confidence to allow you to carry the momentum into the next round?
Well, I mean, like I said before, I've always known I can do it, and I've always had the confidence, but, you know, for sure, back to Laguna, just getting it done has given me a lot of confidence. And, I mean, after race 2 at Pittsburgh, I'm more motivated than ever to just do what I can and show that I got it, you know? So that was a long, hard race, but the Dunlop tires held in really well. They were perfect, just sliding around a little bit, but just the perfect amount. And, man, I'm feeling good. I feel relaxed out there. It was awesome riding with my Yamaha Accident Service, financial service, Monster Energy, Graves' teammate over there, Cameron. He was riding really good and pushing me the whole time. And, you know, kind of lucky. I'm glad I didn't have to battle in the last couple of laps. You know, I felt good, but I'm glad I was able to kind of just have a little bit of a cushion, you know. So it feels good to win another one, and I'm motivated. So I'm going to try to just do the best I can these last 4 races, and anything can happen. So, ready.
Lean angle. Unlike with a car, you turn a motorcycle not only with rider input through the handlebars, but with lean angle. The faster you go around a corner, the more lean angle is needed to make the bike turn. The slower you go, the less lean angle is needed to turn. Too much lean angle can result in a crash, either a low side if the front tire loses traction, or a high side if the rear tire loses traction.
Welcome back to Inside MotoAmerica. The tracks at New Jersey Motorsports Park get their names from the legendary planes and military aviation history. The Thunderbolt, the track for this weekend's races, came from the P-47, a hybrid fighter-bomber that was a workhorse in World War II. Millville Airfield, home of America's first defense airport, was the hub of training for the Advanced Gunnery School of the pilots. When the groundbreaking began for the racetrack in 2008, many artifacts were found that were buried and forgotten. The mission of the museum and the airfield is to preserve our great military aviation and ground fighting past. Walter Kochelski is part of that history. He volunteers at the museum, proudly showing off the display of his uniform.
This is about the best job I can do. I'm 93 years old.
Walter was a survivor of Iwo Jima, one of the few to survive the battle.
Fighting on Iwo Jima, it was hell on earth, but thank God I had a good buddy. My Heavenly Father brought me through without a scratch. I lost 4 foxhole buddies in 45 days of battle.
In that first week of fighting, only 6 men out of 56 made it. The museum is also hosting the restoration for the nose of a C-47, and the leader of this restoration is Bob D'Alessandro, whose father piloted a similar plane during the war.
Having this opportunity to be part of this restoration team is just amazing. It's a great privilege. It's the 75th anniversary of Operation Market Garden, which was the liberation of Holland by the Allies. And it's actually the 75th anniversary of my dad's first combat mission.
Captain D'Alessandro flew combat missions in Holland, France, and Germany. The history of this museum is deep, and the staff are passionate about what they do. They find, restore, and proudly display the memoirs of a near-forgotten time, and the people who work here are a testament to the resilience of fighters from that era. A couple hours before the Supersport race, Bobby Fong got into a nasty crash in practice. Yet, for the second straight week, he returned to the starting grid and put on a performance worthy of a champion.
Let's go to Greg White and Jason Pridmore with the call.
And there goes Sean Dillon Kelly making
SDK
a big bid.
Up the inside, takes over the spot. Oh, and you can see some stuff dragging. They touch off into the grass goes SDK. No big deal for Sean Dillon Kelly. He'll tip it back over even though there was dirt on those slicks. Dunlop, he's got it for the moment. Oh, there it is, up the inside. No room for Sean Dillon Kelly. And now the lead goes to Hayden Gillum. Gillum now on that yellow and purple Yamaha R6 in the best points paying position. He was for a moment. Now SDK goes underneath them. But the fight back. Oh, and they touch. That's contact. No question about that.
Can he get by before turn 1?
So Sean Dillon Kelly is running out of room.
Wow. Hayden Gillum.
Good job by Hayden Gillum to use that two-rider draft to get around both of these M4 X-Star Suzuki riders. Meanwhile, PJ Jacobson hanging back right now, watching these three rough each other up.
So we have our championship leaders all running 1, 2, and 3. PJ gets into turn 5 there just a little bit wide, loses some time to Bobby Fong as they go down into this very fast turn 6. When you're tipping into this corner, Greg, you cannot.
Oh, down!
Big crash, Hayden Gillum!
Down goes Hayden Gillum! Oh no, so Gillum is down and out of this one. The bike goes tumbling. Gillum's gonna run to the bike and take a look and see if he can restart. He picks up his motorcycle and he's gonna have a look. It doesn't look rideable from here. Oh, heartbreak for Hayden Gillum, 11 points behind in this championship, and he may have just opened up the door for PJ Jacobson and Bobby Fong to eke away. Here comes PJ Jacobson. He squirts on the power, and the New York native is going to take over the lead. There goes the 99 to the point. Changing that live championship battle for the moment. PJ Jacobson, your pole sitter, now leads. In the draft goes Bobby Fong. He's there. As they come to the line, not enough. It's PJ Jacobson who takes the victory over Bobby Fong and Sean Dillon Kelly.
PJ Jacobson wins over Bobby Fong and Sean Dillon Kelly. And then back and forth, we saw a lot of different guys back in this race. But Richie Escalante, Nick McFadden, good to see Xavier Zayat top 6, Braden Norton, Benjamin Smith and Corey Ventura. Looked like they had a pretty good battle there for 8th place.
PJ, some really intense passing out there. How was your battle for the win?
Yeah, you know, like in the beginning, I took off, but I didn't feel like so confident to just like kind of go as fast as I did in qualifying. So I kind of knew that they were going to come by me, and they did. And then, yeah, there was a lot of, like, you know, banging into each other and stuff. And I don't know, it was getting aggressive, like, on the straightaway, and I didn't really want any part of that. I wasn't looking to get, like, an ambulance ride today. So I kind of stayed back and just used my head. And I was hoping that they were going to use, like, a lot of their tires and stuff. And, yeah, it kind of worked out for me. And, yeah, again, like, even tomorrow, if that happens, I don't really want any part of that because, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Thanks, PJ. Congratulations.
At pit race last month, Supersport rookie Sean Dillon Kelly captured his first win of the season for the M4 X-Star Suzuki team. Sprinting into second right off the grid on his GSXR 600, SDK took the lead soon after teammate Bobby Fong crashed on lap 4. Kelly rode his momentum into Sunday's Supersport Race 2 as he went head-to-head with Fong as the two teammates executed a series of breathtaking passes on one another. Kelly gained control of the race on the final lap, securing a back-to-back victory weekend. A double for Sean Dillon Kelly might be the spark to ignite the confidence within this 17-year-old rider. He is still mathematically in the hunt, but he must win out. Twins Cup rider Chris Spates is competing in his third and final race of 2019. Though he has yet to earn a point in the standings, few would argue that his year has been a tremendous success.
So this is my third race with MotoAmerica and Pro Twins. I raced back in Virginia in May, pit race 2 weeks ago, and now New Jersey, really my home track. So I'm racing on behalf of ALS Therapy Development Institute and Team Truman. And Team Truman has raised over $30,000 this year in order to support research and development and treatments and other ALS cures.
For the Wyman brothers, New Jersey has become a true family affair. We're accustomed to seeing the number 33 Ducati and Kyle Wyman this year in the Superbike class. But this week, for the second time this season, Kyle will be joined on the grid by his brother Travis, who moves his BMW up from stock 1000. And watch out, boys, because another Wyman has plans of joining you both someday. This week, the number 34 Yamaha in the Liqui-Moly Junior Cup class will be manned by youngest brother, Cody. In late September, MotoAmerica heads south for the season-ending event at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama. 3 more classes will crown a champion. Check your local listings for airtimes on the NBC Sports Network.
The Dunlop Pro Dealer Program is Dunlop's support program for the local brick-and-mortar powersport dealer. Rough guesstimate, 85 to 90% of them are family-owned, individual-owned shops. But what the Dunlop Pro Dealer Program does, it helps them as a marketing support mechanism. We give them Pro Dealer exclusive rebates that they can offer their customers to extend a discount. In addition to that, we have DunlopMotorcycleTires.com. On that website, we help the customer find the best tire that fits their bike. And then we have very prominent our dealer locator.
There's been times people have come in, seen us on the Dunlop website listed as a pro dealer and just wondering what we had to offer. Dunlop sends us email information so we can do promotions and send it right directly to the customer.
There's over 2,700 Dunlop Pro dealers in the U.S. So if you go to DunlopMotorcycleTires.com, go to our dealer locator, enter in zip code or city and state, and you'll find a pro dealer near you.
Entering round 8 of the Twins Cup class, 2 points separated leader Drake Beecham from third place, held by Michael Barnes, with Alex Dumas sitting in second, a mere 1 point behind. As the 3 left Pittsburgh for New Jersey, spacing has begun. Dumas now leads Beecham by 6 points, leaving the veteran Michael Barnes in third, 16 points out of the top spot. Let's get to the race. Alex Dumas shot off the line and never looked back. However, Jackson Blackman was hot on his trail, tight behind him at every turn. Dumas ran near-perfect lines, taking the win during the only race here in New Jersey. Celebrations were in order as Alex takes a firm hold on the championship. He's up by 21 points on Drake Beecham, who finished fourth, but the title outcome can still change next round in Alabama. Welcome back to Inside MotoAmerica and round 9 of the 2019 MotoAmerica Championship from the New Jersey Motorsports Park in Millville, New Jersey. There's only one remaining event on our 2019 calendar. In late September, MotoAmerica heads south for the season-ending event at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama. 3 more classes will crown a champion. Inside MotoAmerica will be there to help take the helmets off our riders and celebrate the champions and other great moments left of the 2019 season. As the sport of motorcycle racing evolves and technology pushes speed to new limits, it's of paramount importance that the gear protecting our riders is safer than ever before. Airbag technology in race suits has already had an incredible impact on preventing injury. With more, here's Inside the Tech of MotoAmerica.
The suit that I'm wearing this year is Dainese D-Air airbag suit. It's a suit that I like a lot, and it's equipped with the D-Air system. In a crash, it protects your upper body a lot with your shoulders and your collarbone, and it's really cool because the suit goes over the boot. So not only do we get some more room for brands, but I think it's good for me too with my feet. It allows for more movement into the corners.
Hi, my name's Damian Jagalov. I race for the quarterly race team in the Liqui-Moly Junior Cup. I wear the Dainese D-Air suit. You know, it really gives me that extra confidence to go out there and have that little bit less fear of crashing just because I can go out there and feel protected. I've had the airbag go off on me twice. Once earlier this year in Utah and once this year at Pittsburgh. I was a little wide in a turn and I lost the front end, but I was able to escape from that crash without any injuries. My upper body was super protected from all this.
I wanted to feel firsthand what it's like when the airbag goes off in a racing suit. Alex Martino from Alpine Stars helped me experience the safety measures behind this incredible technology.
Obviously, safety is a big thing when racing motorcycles. So the safer the rider can be, the more they can continue to race, the more championships ideally they can win.
So in what instance does the airbag actually deploy?
The Tech Air system has a computer in the back hump that runs an algorithm looking at 4 sensors. 3 accelerometers, 1 on each shoulder and the 3rd in the back hump, as well as a gyroscope. So it's looking at these 4 sensors every 2 milliseconds.
Wow.
So if you're riding and it sees a loss of control in the front end, the system will deploy in 45 milliseconds.
Wow.
It'll actually deploy before you hit the ground. It's full chest, collarbones, shoulders, down the arm, the entire back, and around the sides of the vital organs. So we say full upper body. Gets about 2 inches thick, and it's rock solid for the initial 5 seconds, and will self-deflate through the pores of the airbag and go back to normal deflation over about a 1.5 minute time.
I've got some lights flashing here. What exactly do each of these mean?
Normally, when you zip up, it would be solid green, solid yellow when you're sitting on the grid. So that's showing that it's in standby mode, getting ready for you to accelerate. Once the systems detect that you actually accelerate off the grid, the yellow will go away and it'll be on solid green and you'll be ready if you did have an incident.
So what does it feel like when the airbag actually deploys?
Well, luckily for you, we have you connected to my computer here, so we can do a deployment to show you at real time and real speed the full 45 milliseconds of deployment, and you'll actually see the coverage inside your leather suit. 3, 2, 1.
Oh! I was not expecting that.
So you can see the full coverage.
How do I look?
It looks good. It looks like it worked. So can you move your arms?
No.
No. So
a little bit.
There's no underarm coverage. It's full chest, collarbones, shoulders, and the entire length of the back.
I can still actually move my arms a whole lot.
So after the 5 seconds, which I think we're already past, you can already see it, feel it.
Yeah, I feel it started to deflate a
Yep.
little bit. Do I look puffy?
It looks good.
When we return, race number 2 of the EBC Brakes Superbike class. Welcome back to Inside MotoAmerica and round 9 of the 2019 MotoAmerica Championship from the New Jersey Motorsports Park in Millville, New Jersey.
MotoAmerica is made up of 5 classes, and within those classes are teams of various sizes. Independent and factory teams battle it out each week for points, but the points only measure championship standings, not the drive and passion that all teams carry. Let's take a look at the EBC Brakes Superbike class's smallest team, Thrashed Racing, for this week's The Crew.
Hey, I'm Max Flinders, and I'm racing for Thrashed Racing in the Superbike class. My team members are me, Max Flinders, the rider, my dad, Martin Flinders, who's the main mechanic, and then Tim Ivanhoff, who is the manager, mechanic, owner. He's the backbone of the team.
Both Tim and myself, we don't work in the motorcycle industry, we don't work in bike shops, we're not involved with manufacturers. We actually both work in aerospace. So that's completely different to what we're doing here. So we have 3 areas. I'm Max's dad, so I care about his well-being. I've got my day job that we have to do, and it's a very challenging day job that I enjoy a lot. And then we've got the racing side of things. So balancing those is very, very challenging.
And one of the advantages of being a small team is we know each other very well. We don't have to worry about other people, and we work well together.
I am the truck driver, so I'm driving to California, to Pittsburgh, have to unload, set up. I mean, a lot of the riders do help set up and stuff, but I mean, we have to set up every small little detail.
You've not just got the logistics of getting all around the country, you've got keeping the van going, keeping the generator going, doing the data acquisition on the bike, setting the bike up, tuning the bike, getting it set up per track. Then you've got all the social media stuff and the TV work. You know, you've got to support your sponsors. You don't get sponsors, you've got no money. If you've got no money, you're not going racing.
It's hard because sometimes I do need to go and look at the track and get this thing done, but I mean, if my bike's not running correctly, I can't do that. So I have to work extra hard just to stay with the team, keep my dad happy, keep Tim happy, and make sure everybody's working nicely together.
Being the smallest team, we don't get a lot of exposure. So any exposure is good.
We want to be the small team, kind of David and Goliath situation, where once we do prove ourselves to win and be the best, everyone's going to be like, wow, they deserve that.
The most rewarding part is seeing Max finish races. That's why we're here. Finish races, mostly in the top 10.
He's a naturally competitive person. He hates not being first. Finishing top 10 in MotoAmerica is actually killing him. He wants to be at the front. I wish we could give him machinery that would put him there. I'll defy any rider to get on this bike and put it in a higher place than Max has put it this year on this grid.
That's what's pushing me to go faster. I mean, if I can go just as fast as them with the bike I'm on now, once I get to their level and have their equipment, I'll be unstoppable.
After an amazing run over the last 3 rounds, Garrett Gerloff's hope for that run to lead to a Superbike crown has been lost as he missed out on race number 2 due to the vicious crash in practice.
JD Beach has taken the lead. Matthew Skultz has chopped that lead down to 1.2. It was as much at 1.9.
Oh, and Beach just checked out?
Yeah, it almost looks like Cameron had a little bit of a problem, or maybe got, I don't want to say got caught into a false neutral, but it almost looked like something like that. Like he was almost getting it into a gear as he exited turn 1.
So Beaubier, in his bid for this national title, trying to retain it, making mistake after mistake, race after race.
Here comes Cameron Beaubier. Does he have a run on him?
Beaubier in the draft. Side by side they go. What about the brake lever? He's late on it, and Beaubier goes to the lead. So now Cameron Beaubier takes over the spot. Here comes Cameron Beaubier through the final corner here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. He's going to streak to the line, get after that checkered flag, and take the win. EBC breaks Superbike race number 2 with JD Beach 1.4 seconds behind. As we await the arrival, there he is. Matthew Skultz will stand on the podium for the Westby Racing team, and he is pumped.
Yeah,
and why wouldn't he be?
And you know, the thing that you can look at there, even for Matthew, is 7 seconds from winning the race. That's a really good job from the Westby crew. Great job from the Attack crew as well with JD Beach, and of course Cameron Beaubier. That's going to be a big win. You can see Tony Elias is there. He's going to be the first one to go up and congratulate Cameron Beaubier.
And another Yamaha sweep here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Looking at these results, we have a factory Yamaha on top of the box, followed by 2 privateer Yamahas, a factory Suzuki and Tony Elias, and a privateer Suzuki and Jake Lewis, your top 5. And of course, that V4R of Kyle Wyman, great result ahead of Josh Herron, Jake Gagne, and David Anthony.
Cam, JD led you around for quite a few laps. Watching him, how are you able to determine when and where to make your move so that it sticks?
Yeah, at the beginning, I tried to make a pretty good push like I did yesterday, and I just didn't have it. I think the track was a little hotter, and yeah, for whatever reason, I wasn't going anywhere. I was spinning up. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a tough fight with JD because I know how good of a racer he is. But it felt so good to get this one done. It's more of a relief than anything because we've been kind of on the back foot all year, and it feels so good every time we win. So it just puts everything back into perspective. So big thanks to my Monster Energy Yamalube Yamaha team, Bell, Alpine Stars, and Manitoba for keeping me safe. And yeah, we had three Yamahas on the box both days, and I think that's a testament to how good this R1 is. So yeah, big thanks to my team. Big thanks to all the fans for coming out, and see you guys in Barber.
Tony leads this championship with 333 points. Beaubier told us what the spread is, 16. There's only 50 points remaining in this championship, Jason. So only Tony Elias or Cameron Beaubier can wrap up the 2019 EBC Breaks Superbike title.
In late September, MotoAmerica heads south for the season-ending event at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama. 3 more classes will crown a champion. Check your local listings for airtimes on the NBC Sports Network. 9 rounds are in the books, and 3 classes have yet to crown a champion. Tony Elias can close out an incredible year, reaching the podium in 15 out of 16 races. He sits on the doorstep of the Superbike Championship, leading by 35 points. Alex Dumas has some work to do to capture the Twins Cup crown, though he holds a fragile 6-point lead. And Bobby Fong, through grit alone, keeps coming back for more, holding an 11-point lead and could clinch his first championship at the next and final round in Birmingham.